Even in the medical, if people are concerned, I've had issues with medical here. My father has been through some medical issues where we've had to have surgery, lots of different kinds of surgery. He's a diabetic. A lot of people are concerned about being able to get their insulin here, or what's it going to cost here. I can tell you that it's amazingly so less expensive.
Yes.
My father, for example, was paying $500 a month, where in the United States for his insulin, it's $24 a month here, and it's the same insulin.
The same medicine. Yes.
And again, don't be intimidated that you're not going to be able to understand when you go into the doctor to a $12 doctor visit or a $5 lab visit.
And that's if you have to go. They will come to your house.
They will come to your house. Absolutely. That's another thing here. Everybody uses WhatsApp, which I wasn't familiar with either, but the doctor will actually give you his personal WhatsApp phone number, and if you can message him at 9:30 at night and ask a question, and he will actually.
And so do the vets, and so do the car wash people, and so do every single thing is delivery on demand. You will want it, we'll give it to you.
Yeah, and they're just friendly and
it's amazing.
Yes, wonderful. Great community.
After I've lived in so many countries. I researched why I wanted to go to Panama. And you know, none of these things came up.
No.
None of
the important things.
Yes. None of these things came up about not only the community, but how the people interact with us gringos.
Daily. How you're going to get about
how
daily.
you do it daily.
Right.
I haven't used any public transportation. I was lucky enough that we landed in Panama City and we bought a car, and we've got the most amazing contacts for that.
Right.
That I will totally lift up because of the service.
Yeah.
Picked us up at the hotel, took us around to look at cars. Only his cars. He's been there 49 years with his families. Rental cars, anything.
Right.
But not only does he do that, here in Panama it's all done differently. You buy a car in Panama City, which we didn't realize. Guess what? Next year, when it's time for the registration,
Registered in Panama
you got to go to Panama City to get your tag, your license plate. And I'm like,
but he probably did that for you and moved it down here. Right.
He ships it to us. He actually even does our insurance for us. He did everything before we walked out with our car.
Absolutely.
And then he calls every 3 or 4 months. How's it going? Is there anything I can help you? Do you have any friends I can help?
Right.
You know,
that's wonderful.
And he's an expat.
Oh yeah.
So it happens.
It happens. Anything you need here, people are friendly. They'll help. Don't be intimidated.
One of our biggest hurdles, the dog.
Oh, of course. People want to bring, it's a family member. You need to bring the cat.
It's my baby. My husband had a cow. How much we spent on my baby coming from New Zealand.
Oh, I'm sure.
He had a cow.
Right.
And he didn't even know about part of it. So he will now. But I just want to let you know, that was such a hurdle for us that I've been doing it for years. I've been in the travel industry. I've been in the real estate industry. I know how pets work. My husband had never moved a pet. I've moved a pet 9 times.
Oh gosh.
So I thought I knew everything. Panama's not the same.
Different story.
Panama was not the same.
But it's doable.
I thought I could do it on my own. I'm so glad I didn't.
You found
I actually was talked out of it by just acquaintances I met online that were in Panama. Thank goodness they were helpful and told me, no, stick to your plan, stick with the relocation guy. They'll help you.
And they did.
And they did. We wouldn't have our dog now without them.
Yeah.
Rules changed in the air. We knew nothing about it. The pet relocation new people knew nothing about it. It actually changed while we were in the air for 36 hours from New Zealand to here.
Yeah.
And when that happened, what do? If you don't speak the language, you don't know about the immigrations, you don't know about the vet services, what do? We happen to have a guy that was bilingual. Again, one of our services now that we highly recommend. Met us at the airport. He was there for 4.5 hours negotiating to get our animal. There were 7 other families, well, 5 to 7 other families, not clear now. And we were out. It took 4.5 hours, but we left these other families sitting there. It was so hard, but we knew that we'd made the right decision.
Sure.
It took, and even when we left, it was just the relief. We were so upset, but he knew who to negotiate with, how to negotiate with them.
And there are people here, there are people like that here for anything you need.
Yes.
You just have to have the right contact.
That's right.
Yes.
So what I've been doing since I've been here is building contacts. I know you have a wealth of information.
Well,
And those contacts is what we want to pass along
well,
to our
after
clients.
living here, you do. You learn lessons.
Yes.
You learn valuable lessons.
Yes.
And
And when you come here, you have to have such an open mind.
you do.
Because it's not the USA, it's not
not.
Canada, it's not Asia, it's
Things
not
are
New
different.
Zealand.
You just
It's
need a little
different.
help navigating some of it.
Yes, yes. And guess what? There's always people here to help. And I'm hoping that we help even more.
Can I just pause you there? Don't forget the negative things. Just in the last 3 minutes.
Okay.
We'll talk about some of the real
Yeah.
things
Okay.
that need to be aware of.
Okay.
All right.
For example, I can tell you a really quick story. When I first moved here and bought a home, decided I wanted to buy a home, we didn't go with a realtor. Wish we had. We didn't. The property that we bought, we decided we won't need an attorney. They have an attorney. We'll just use their attorney.
Common
Not a
mistake.
good idea. So when it came down to it, that property, after we had paid cash for that property was not registered in my name. It took another attorney and several $1,000s to fix that. Lots of little mistakes like that I've made that were expensive mistakes, valuable lessons learned, but I now know how to navigate that. And I now know what to look for and what not to do. I always say, why did I leave half of my brain at the border when I came?
Yes.
I should have brought the entire thing. And that's certainly not, I would not say that derogatory about anybody else because I've said it about myself, but I think we tend to do that. We tend to think, oh, well, this will be okay.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why I'm so happy to be working with this company because we can help keep things like that
Yeah.
from happening.
I actually know of several cases like that. Our home, we were called by a friend in the U.S. and actually a local realtor's cousin or daughter or something was one of my flight attendant friends.
Oh.
And she sent to my girlfriend in the States, is this where Dallas lives? And it was our home advertised on a U.S. website and it had just been uploaded after we already bought the house under somebody else's name. $100,000 more. And they were trying to get people to come and buy this house in Panama, which we had already moved into.
Oh my.
So we know this is prevalent, and that's why I said, you know what, we need to help these people.
Sure.
I'm not a realtor. I was a broker for a long time. I don't want to be a realtor. I want to hold people's hands.
Yeah.
And because of our experiences.
Right.
So looking at you and the rest of my team, I've been handpicking this team since we arrived. I came here to retire.
Yeah.
I couldn't retire when I got
No,
here.
that's
It's
how
too
I
many
see it.
things to do, too many people to meet, too many things to see.
Too much fun to have.
Too much fun. I was like, no. I need to get out of this house, see people do things.
Right.
And I've been closed up in New Zealand for years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to have personal friends.
This is a great opportunity to do that.
Yes.
Can I just ask you to look directly at the camera? You're going to talk to your client, each of you, individually, and you're going to invite them to come, tell them how you're going to help them. This is your opportunity to just make them feel comfortable. Look, I want to help you. Come. It's a beautiful place. So, you first, Leslie. Directly at the camera, you're talking directly to them.
So, anybody that's interested in coming, if you're on the fence teetering, just come on down. I want to help you. I have a lot of personal experience with the good and the bad, sometimes the ugly. I'm more than happy to help. That's what I like to do. I'm here. Come on down.
You know, I want all my friends and family to know we're safe, we're fine, the pandemic's still raging, and we're still living our life, we're living our dream, and we need you here. We need people to get out of this mindset that you're stuck and that the depression and all the things that go along with this terrible pandemic that we're going through. People come. You will feel like a breath of life in your soul. You'll meet and do new things. And you know what? After a while, you won't feel so bogged down in your brain that you're worried about life. Life is still going on. And here at Utopia, we want you here. Anybody that I can brag to about another country, I will. And this is my number one country so far. And I'm not joking. By far the friendliest people I've ever met in the world. And I want to share my experience with everyone. And I know Leslie does too.
Yes.
And the rest of our team is so willing for you to come and let us help you. Let us hold your hand. Let us teach you what we've learned. And let us show you why we're here.
We are Utopia!